This is the axolotl. It's a small pink salamander with frilly gills fanning out from the sides of its head, and it can grow back almost any part of itself. Lose a leg, and it grows a whole new leg. Lose part of its heart, part of its spinal cord, even pieces of its brain, and it grows those back too. The wound heals over clean, with no scar at all. The axolotl just rebuilds the missing part. A superpower that big usually comes with a catch. The axolotl has a few of them. So let's start with how the trick even works. When an axolotl loses a leg, the cells around the wound do something strange. They rewind. Grown-up muscle and skin cells turn back into baby cells, gather under the cut, and build a brand new leg from scratch. Your body closes a wound with a scar. The axolotl just grows the missing part back, like it was never gone. People have spent over a century studying that trick. The hope is simple. If anyone can work out how the axolotl regrows a whole leg, we might one day heal a fraction as well ourselves. For now, it heals better than we know how to. And here's the first catch. To keep doing all that, the axolotl can never grow up. Most salamanders hatch in the water as little larvae with feathery gills, then change, climb out, and spend their lives on land. The axolotl skips the climbing out part. It keeps the gills, keeps the tail fin, stays in the water, and stays a baby for its whole life. It even has babies of its own while still looking like one. The signal that tells a salamander to grow up just never shows up. You can force the issue. Give an axolotl the right dose of hormone and it'll finally do it. The gills shrink away and it crawls out onto land as a full-grown salamander. And it's a disaster. The regrowing fades and its life gets shorter. Growing up is the one thing that breaks it, so mostly it just doesn't. And staying a baby pays off in other ways. An axolotl can live more than 10 years, which is a long time for a salamander its size, and it spends all of them still looking like a baby. It almost never gets cancer either. Nobody is quite sure how something that rebuilds itself this often avoids growing the wrong thing. And the rebuilding has a catch of its own. It isn't flawless. Young axolotls grow up crammed together in the water, and they get bitey. They'll nip the legs and gills clean off each other and off themselves. They grow them back, sure, but after a real bite, only about half of those limbs come back looking normal. The rest are a little crooked. Then there's the DNA. The axolotl's genome is roughly 10 times the size of yours. When scientists finally read the whole thing in 2018, it was the largest genome anyone had ever decoded. A 6-inch baby carrying 10 times your instruction manual. But after all of that, here's the real catch. The axolotl is almost gone. It comes from exactly one place, the canals of a single lake in Mexico City. And in about 20 years, that wild population fell by 99%. There may be only a few hundred of them left. The animal that can grow back any piece of itself can't do a thing about the lake vanishing underneath it. That lake is being choked by a spreading city, by sewage and runoff, and by carp and tilapia that were dumped in decades ago and now eat axolotl eggs by the mouthful. It can regrow a leg in a couple of weeks. It has no answer for a fish that swallows it whole. And yet it's everywhere else. Millions of them, in fish tanks, in research labs, on lunchboxes, in Minecraft. The axolotl is a beloved pet, a lab subject, and a ghost in the wild, all at the same time. And almost every axolotl in a lab traces back to one batch shipped to Paris in the 1860s. So those millions are basically one big inbred family. There is some good news. In 2025, scientists raised axolotls in a lab and let them go in a cleaned-up wetland, and the little tank-raised babies survived. A few of them even put on weight. So the baby that refused to grow up might still get a future after all. If you want another animal that survives by breaking every rule, the tardigrade gets through space and radiation by drying out and switching itself off completely. That one's already up on the channel, so go give it a watch, and subscribe while you're here.